Hello everyone, so in this video we will learn how to send SMS when gym membership is about to expire directly from Google Sheets automatically. So the idea is that you have a Google Sheet and you have the details of the gym members. You have their names, their phone numbers and of course the day when their gym membership expires. So you want to remind them about this expiry day. So that is why you want to send an SMS directly from Google Sheets. But the issue here is there is no direct connection between Google Sheets and SMS sending app like Twilio. So that is why you will be using an integration and automation software called as Pabbly Connect that will integrate Google Sheets and Twilio. The best part of using Pabbly Connect is a person without any technical background can perform this little integration very easily. Now before I show you the steps, how about we begin with a real-time example. Okay, so this is my Google Sheet. It has been titled Gold Gym and these are the trainees present in my gym. Okay, we have John Cena, Aaron Alexander, and at the last we have a person called as Elon Musk. These are their respective phone numbers and this is the date of expiry, which basically means the time when their gym membership expires. In case of John Cena, it is 10th of August 2021. So currently it is 8th of August 2021. So his membership is going to expire in 2 days. Okay. So these are the SMS that each of these persons have received. For instance, John Cena's date of expiry is 10th of August 2021 and he has started receiving the SMS 3 days prior before the date of expiry. So this is the first SMS that John Cena has received. Hello John Cena, your gym membership will expire in 3 days on 8th-10-2021. Please renew it. Now the next day he has received the same SMS, but this time it's something like this. Hello John Cena, your gym membership will expire in 2 days on 8-10-2021. Similarly, we have one more person, let's say this one, Maggie Sherry. So she has also received the same SMS. She has received 2 SMS, okay, 3 days prior and 2 days prior. So you must be thinking, how did I do it? How did I manage to send the data from Google Sheets to SMS sending app like Twilio? Now Twilio is the app that we are using to send the SMS. So before I show you the steps, how about I just begin with a small perspective? Okay, so this is how the integration is going to work. First of all, you are going to integrate Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect with help of webhook URL. So the idea is that you're going to copy the webhook URL from Pabbly Connect and paste it into Google Sheets. Now in the second step, you are going to create a dummy row in Google Sheets and the data of this particular row will be made available in Pabbly Connect. Now after that we have the third step. So basically what we are going to do here is using the data that we have collected from Google Sheets which is present in Pabbly Connect, we are going to construct an SMS in Twilio to send this SMS. So after building this workflow, all you have to do is just sit back and relax because whenever there is a new entry made in Google Sheets, an SMS will be sent via Twilio. Awesome. Okay, so to begin the process, in the new tab, just type pabbly.com, 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 press enter. Okay, so this is the website of pabbly.com. All you have to do is just click on sign up for free. Here you can build your own account in just 2 minutes. In my case, I have already built an account. So let me just straight away click on sign up, sign in. Okay, so this is the app section of Pabbly. Scroll down and here you will find connect. Just click on access now. Okay, so at the top right corner, you will find a button, create workflow. Click this. A dialog box appears in front of you. It is asking you to give a name to this workflow. I'm going to give it as Google Sheets to SMS, or let's say Twilio. Google Sheets to Twilio. Let me just straight away click on create. Now remember this, we are using Twilio to send the SMS. Now if you're working with the other SMS sending app like SMS Horizon, D7 Networks, the process is almost the same. You can do the same with other applications also. So we have 2 windows here, the trigger window as well as the action window. Now we want to send the SMS 3 days prior from the expiry date. Okay, for instance, let's say the expiry date is 22 of August 2021. So this person, that is Michael Mavis, should be receiving the SMS that is 3 days prior from 22 of August 2021. That will be, I think, 19th of August 2021. Okay. Similarly, let's go with this guy, Barry Govart. So his date of expiry is 10th of August 2021. So he will be getting the SMS from 7th of August 2021. Okay, from 7th to 8th and 9th, he will be getting the SMS that his gym membership is going to expire. So what I'm going to do here is I have to make sure that these people will be receiving the SMS on scheduled time. okay, and schedule T. So first of all, we are going to introduce schedule by Pabbly. Schedule by Pabbly, okay, this one. Okay, so now I want to make sure that this workflow or the SMS should be sent every day. Technically, it should be sent every day to those people whose gym membership is going to expire. Okay, so that is why I'm just going to make sure I'm just changing to every day. Okay, now we have to mention the time. Now let's say I want to send the SMS at 9 a.m. Okay, that would be appropriate. Okay, he has just the person has just woken up and he's just seeing the SMS that his gym membership is going to expire. So that is why I plan to send the SMS at 9 a.m. Now it is demanding the format in a UTC time. Okay, so you must be thinking, what is UTC? UTC basically means Universal Coordinated Time. Now, if you have no idea what is UTC, then let me explain you this way. So right now I'm working from India. So right now it is 23:49, that is 11:49 p.m. Okay, 8th of August 2021, and that is 23:49, that is 11:49 p.m. Now I want to send the SMS at 9 a.m. Okay, so that is why I want to convert first into UTC format. So if you're interested what is UTC format, all you have to do is just in your browser just type UTC to your country standard time. I'm working from India, that is why I just go with the UTC to IST, Indian Standard Time. So what is the Indian Standard Time? Okay, I want to send the message or the SMS at 9 a.m. Okay, so let me just show you what will be the equivalent of 9 a.m. Okay, so 9 a.m. that is 3:30 a.m. Okay, in UTC that would be 3:30 a.m. So I'm just going to Pabbly Connect. Okay, and let me just mention it as 3:30 a.m. 3:30. Okay, now this is because Indian Standard Time is ahead by 5 hours 30 minutes of UTC. Okay, so that is why if I mention it as 9 a.m. here, it will show it as 3:30 a.m. Now imagine if I want to send it at, let's say, 11 a.m. the equivalent UTC should be around 5:30 a.m. So I hope you get the point. All you have to do is just figure out the country you live in, okay, and mention the time, and you will get the equivalent UTC. Okay, so at this point, all you have to do is just click on save. Okay, so we have made sure that we have a successful schedule. And since we have worked on time, now we have to work on data. So what's the deal with data? So this is our data. Okay, so we want to make sure we want to send all this data to Pabbly Connect. Okay, so what we are going to do here is, in this window, I'm going to introduce Google Sheet because we want to receive the data from Google Sheets. That is why. Google Sheets it is. Okay, so now in the action event, how about we make it as, I'm sorry, get row. Okay, this one, get row. Simply just click on connect. Now this particular Google Sheet is present in a very particular email account. So let me just show you the email account. So these are the email accounts I have. Now I'm interested in working with this email account, okay, because this particular Google Sheet, that is Gold Gym, is present in this email account. I'm selecting this one. Okay, so now Pabbly Connect wants access. So before you click on continue, let me just tell you something. Pabbly Connect doesn't take any chances with your data. Your data is 100% safe and secure with us. On the basis of that trust, let me just press continue. Okay, so it's showing that the authorization is successful. Just brilliant. Okay, so we have the select spreadsheet as content marketing for SaaS software. So what's that? So these are all the spreadsheet that is present in my Google account or my Gmail account, I mean my Google Drive. Now I'm interested in working with this one, Gold Gym. So I'm just selecting Gold Gym. Okay, now we have the select sheet as sheet 1. This is because there is only one sheet, that is sheet 1. Interesting. Now we have to mention the range. Now what is range? So I want to send the data from this cell to this cell. Okay, so our range is, that is A2. This is the first cell that we want to send, that is A2. Okay, and we want to send the data to this cell, that is C15. So I'm just going to make sure that we enter the correct cell. So we have selected all the cells and this is the range A2 to C15. I'm just going to copy this and I'm just going to paste it here. Okay, interesting. Just click on save and send test request to receive all the data from this Google Sheet in Pabbly Connect. And we do have all the data. So we have the first guy, that is John Cena. Okay, that's the first guy. Now we have the second guy. Okay, so we have the second guy as Aaron Alexander. Okay, we do have the second guy as Aaron Alexander. Yeah, we do have the second guy as Aaron Alexander. We have his phone number and the date of expiry. Okay, we have his phone number and the date of expiry. Interesting. Then we have Dominic Petre. Dominic Petre, where is Dominic Petre? Okay, so this is Dominic Petre. We have the address, the details of Dominic Petre, his email address, and the date of his expiry of his gym membership. Hunter Zolomon. Do we have Hunter Zolomon? Yes. Okay, so let's explore the last person. In our case, the last person, who is the last person? Okay, the last person is Elon Musk. Okay, the last person is Elon Musk. Okay, so we have got that detail too. We have his phone number, name, and the date of the expiry of his gym membership. We have got all the data. Now, the problem here is we have got all the data of all the people. Now, first we have to create a prototype. The prototype is we want to send the data to the person whose gym membership is going to expire. Now, we can't really work with all this data because it will be tough. So what we are going to do is we are going to select the first person. So the first person is John Cena. We are going to make conditions on him and the same conditions will be applied to the rest of them. Okay. So John Cena will be our first iteration. Okay. The Aaron Alexander will be second iteration. Dominic Petre will be third iteration and so up to the last iteration, that will be Elon Musk. So first we will be working with John Cena. We will be applying conditions on him and the same conditions will be applied to the rest of them automatically. So that is why we are going to apply the iterator. Now before I apply the iterator, there is something I have to do. I'm going to toggle this to the right. Okay, I'm sorry, to the left. Okay, in the case of simple response, I'm going to toggle this to the left. And let me just click on save and send test request once again. Okay, so as you can see, this is the result, but this time the result is in a very clumsy format. So why did I do it? Now the idea is that I just want to isolate this particular row, okay? From this whole data, I just want to isolate the data of John Cena. That's the idea. So John Cena will be our first iteration. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to add one more action window. And here I'm going to apply iterator. Iterator by Pabbly. Okay, so now all you have to do at this point is just click on save and send test request. That's all you have to do. So as you can see, we have the data of John Cena. We have the name, we have the phone number, we have the date of expiry. All the data from the first row, that is John Cena. I'm sorry, from the second row, we have that data. Now what? Now we are going to apply some conditions on him. Now before I apply conditions on him, we have to establish the current date. So right now it's 8th of August 2021. Okay, it is 8th of August 2021. So let me just establish the current date. So this is how you establish the current date. You select the app as date time formatter. Date time formatter it is. Okay. Now in the action event, all you have to do is just click on current date. Just simply click on connect. Okay. Now we want the date in this format. Okay. So this will be easy for us to understand. So that is why we are going to establish the date format as month, day and year. Okay. Month, day and year. This one. Should we include time in the response? Now, if we include time in the response, it will look something like this. That is year, month, the year, month, day, and then hours, minutes, and seconds. Now, we don't really want that. First of all, it will look clumsy and it will be difficult to handle. So that is why I'm not going to include time in the response. So I'm just keeping it as false. I prefer that you also don't do it. So let me just straight away click on save and send test request to get our current time. So this is our current time. Today is 8th of August 2021. Today is 8th of August 2021. Excellent. Now what's next? Now we have to apply the condition. The condition is if there is an expiry date, we want to send a reminder SMS to the same person one day before. Let's go with 1 day. Okay. If there is an expiry date, okay, let's say the expiry date is 10. We want to send, let's say, the SMS 2 days or 1 day prior to the event. So that is why we actually have to subtract the current date as well as the expiry date. Okay, we are going to subtract expiry date as well as the current date. Now to subtract, we have to establish one more action window, and what we are going to do here is we are going to use number formatter. Why number formatter? The idea is that we are going to subtract the expiry date as well as the current date. So right now the current date is 8th of August 2021. But a guy whose expiry date is 10th of August 2021, the subtraction will yield 2 days. Now the idea is that if the number of days is equivalent to 2 days or 3 days, then we will be start sending the SMS. However, if it is greater than, let's say, 3 days, then the SMS won't be sent. The same can be applied if the expiry date ends, then the SMS won't be sent. So that will be the condition. So first of all, we are going to make sure that we subtract the current date as well as the expiry date. So this is how you do it. Now in the action event, what we are going to do here is we are going to just go with spreadsheet formula. Why spreadsheet formula? I will explain you later. Let me just straight away click on connect. So these are the spreadsheet formulas you have. Just click on check full list here. Okay, so let me just scroll down. Okay, so we have to go with this formula, days. Okay, and we have to subtract 2 days, that is this day as well as this day. Okay, all you have to do is just copy this and simply paste it here. Okay, now what we are going to do here is I'm just going to first remove this. Okay, here I'm going to add the expiry date. Now the expiry date of the first guy was let's go with this one. Oh, I'm sorry, the first guy was 10th of August 2021. This is the expiry date. Okay, now using this formula, this will get subtracted. So let me just add the current date. So this is how you get the current date. Okay, that is 8th of August 2021. Now we have established the expiry date, that is 10th of August 2021. We have also established the current date, that is 8th of August 2021. Now if we subtract this, the result will be 2 days. Now the idea is that if the result is equal to 2 days or less than 3 days, we will be sending the SMS. Okay, because if we start sending the SMS more than 3 days, it will look ridiculous. There's no need for that. So we can just make some rule that if the number of days is lower than 3 days, okay, that will be good. If the number of days is lower than 3 days, then we will be sending the SMS. So let me just straight away click on save and send test request. Okay, so as you can see, the result is 2. Okay, so let me just introduce one more window. So what will this window do? So we are going to apply the filter. Okay, the filter will be something like this. If the difference between the expiry day as well as the current day is lower than 3, then only the SMS should be sent. So let me just click here. Okay, and let me just click here. Okay, 2 less than, okay, less than 3. Okay, 2 is less than 3. That's pretty much obvious. Now there is one more condition we actually have to add. The condition is something like this. If the expiry date gets over, the SMS should not be sent, because that would be totally pointless, because obviously the guy is not interested in getting back to our gym. So once the expiry date is over, the SMS should not be sent. So I'm going to introduce one more condition. Okay, if the result, okay, the number of days is greater than -1. -1 basically means the expiry day minus the current day is equal to -1. Okay, so at this point, let me just click on save and send test request. As you can see, the status, it is showing it as success, the condition message as condition is true. So once again, let me just explain both the conditions. The condition is if the number of days, okay, is less than 3. Okay, so we will be sending the SMS in cases if the expiry day is greater than the current day by 3. Okay, is less than 3. So from 2 days prior, he will be getting the SMS. Now of course you can make it 5 or 10, it's totally on you, but I prefer to send the SMS 2 days prior before the expiry day. Now we have the second one, that is basically telling you that after the expiry day is over, do not send the SMS. That is why -1, because imagine if the expiry day is 10th of August 2021 and the current day is 11th of August 2021. The subtraction will be -1 because the current day is greater than the expiry day. So that is the condition number 2. So when I clicked on save and send test request, it just established the condition is true, the status as success. On the basis of this condition, we will be sending the SMS, and this is how you do it. Now this is something I have mentioned earlier. We are using Twilio to send the SMS. So let me just add Twilio. Of course, you can use any other SMS sending app like D7 Network, SMS Horizon. The process is almost the same. Now in the action event, let me just click on send SMS message, just click on connect. We are going with the new connection. Okay, so in the new connection, you have to enter the account SID, authorization token, and once again the account SID. So this is how you get the account SID. You go to Twilio, okay, and you basically go to the settings page. So this is the settings page. Most likely I have to authenticate it. Yes, I have to enter the password. So this is my login password. That's something I won't be telling you. Okay, I have entered the password. Once you go to the settings, okay, here you will find the API credentials. All you have to do is just copy this. Now here you have two choices, the live credentials and the test credentials. I'm working with the live credentials. So this is my account SID. So I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to paste it here. Now the same account SID has to be entered once again here also. Okay, don't ask me why, I also don't know. Now we have to enter the authorization token. So this is the authorization token, remove the privacy, copy this and simply paste it here. Okay, so we have added the authorization token. Just click on save. So when you click on save, you have three fields: the body of the SMS, the sender number, and the recipient number. Awesome. Okay, so let's start with the easy one. Okay, so we have the sender number. So this is my number. So let me just show you the number that Twilio has provided me to send the SMS. Okay, so let it load. Okay, so this is the number. So this is my number, or basically the sender number. Let me just copy this properly. Okay, so I have copied it and I'm just going to paste it here. Easy. Okay, then we have to add the recipient number. Now this is the recipient number. You click here. Now if you worried where did the recipient number will come from, this is the recipient number. Let me just show you from the Google Sheet. This is the recipient number or the trainee's number. So this is the data and this is something that you get from the iterator module. So this is the one. Okay, so I'm just going to map this particular detail here. Let me just scroll down. I click here, I click here, and this is the number. Now this is not complete because it is asking that you enter it in a particular format, that is you include the country code. Now of course I've included 91. I'm working from India, so we use country code as 91. So now this is a perfect country code, okay, plus 91. Okay, awesome. Now we have to compose the body of the SMS. The body of the SMS would be something like hello, and after that comma, because the SMS message are not usually that big, so very simple message will do. And let me just add the name of the person. Hello, John Cena. Your gym membership will expire in, okay, so let me just add the number of days. Okay, in 2 days. In 2 days on, and let me just add the expiry date, that is 10th of August 2021. Please renew it. Hello John Cena, your gym membership will expire in 2 days on 10th of August 2021. We have the sender number, we have the recipient number. At this point, just click on save and send test request. The response is a positive one, and let me just straight away show you the SMS that John Cena has received. So this is the SMS that John Cena has received. So all you have to do here is in the next day he will be also getting, tomorrow also he will be getting an SMS that in 1 day his gym membership is going to expire. So you must be thinking, what about the rest of them? So this workflow will run every day at 9 a.m. because as I mentioned earlier, we have established the UTC. The UTC at present is 3:30, which is equivalent to the Indian Standard Time of 9 a.m. Let me just add 9 a.m. Okay, 3:30 a.m. of UTC is 9 a.m. Okay, so every day at 9 a.m. this workflow will run. And according to the condition, that is basically 2 days prior to the expiry date, it will start sending the SMS. And so who will get the SMS? So we have a guy called as Maggie Sherry. Okay, so she will be getting the SMS tomorrow. This guy called as Perry Govat will be getting the SMS also. Now, what about Aaron Alexander? So he will be start getting the SMS on 19th of August 2021. So he has time, all of them has time except these three. Okay, so these three people don't have time. So they will be getting the SMS. So before you leave, let me just explain you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So let me just minimize all these windows one by one. Okay, so I have minimized the windows. Let me minimize, it's actually too many of them. Okay, I do understand that this can be a bit tricky workflow, but it's totally worth it. Once you create this workflow, all you have to do is just sit back and relax, because every time once the expiry date nears, the trainee will be getting an SMS from you. Okay, so we have the first window, that is, you have integrated you have actually established schedule by Pabbly. You have mentioned that on this particular time every day you will be sending the SMS. And after that, you have established this action window to get all the data from Google Sheets. You have run the iterator module so that you can just establish the data of one particular row. That will be the first iteration. Now this iteration will continue up to the last person, that is Elon Musk. Every time, okay, every day, every time on 9 p.m. this iteration will continue up to Elon Musk. Okay, interesting. Then we have established the current date, so we have known the current date, and then after that you have subtracted the expiry date as well as the current date. Now after that you have established the condition. If the difference between the expiry date as well as the current date is less than 3, the SMS will be sent. Also, after the expiry date, the SMS won't be sent. Then after you have integrated Twilio to Pabbly Connect so that you can send the SMS. So now there's a perfect flow of data between Google Sheets and Twilio. Awesome. So not just these two apps, you can integrate a ton of applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. If you have any queries, please contact us at admin@pabbly.com. Also, the link of Pabbly Connect as well as the workflow is available in the description box. If you really like this video, please comment, share and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.